All right, today we're talking about why you struggle to learn banjo songs and what you can do about it. So this is very personal for me because let me tell you, after several years of playing, I only knew a small handful of songs. That was very frustrating to me. It was very frustrating to the people around me because they just had to hear me play the same songs over and over again. So I'm going to save your loved ones from this, and I'm going to teach you the building blocks you need to actually learn songs on the banjo. Okay, there's a bit of homework for this video. This is an exercise that is really going to help you learn these concepts and memorize a song while you're at it. So look in the description. First line is going to be a link to a PDF. Go ahead and download that now. At the end of the video, I'll tell you what we're going to do with it. And also, I'm on a mission to grow this channel. I'm really having a lot of fun here, and I want to put out more banjo content. So if you could, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Tell me the first song you ever actually memorized to the banjo. I'm curious. For me, it was Cripple Creek. So let's get into it. I think a big reason that people struggle to memorize songs, and this is very true for me, is an over-reliance on tab. And I get there's nothing wrong with tab. Tab is a lot of fun to play along with. The problem is it allows you to play stuff that's beyond your sort of musical ability, and you really only develop your technique when you're playing with tab. You don't actually learn the songs. But I think there are a few things you can do that will really enhance your learning from tab, make it much easier to memorize songs, and enhance your musicality as you go. So I kind of think of these as two techniques, separate and simplify. So when I say separate, the first thing you're going to do is decide, am I working on my technique or am I trying to learn a song? Because I think it's best to separate those and not do them at the same time. Now, tab is awesome for working on your technique. Say that I want to improve my slides, like I'm missing the frets a lot, whatever, they're just not sounding great. Well, I could drill those over and over again, and I probably will do a little bit of that, but I also might go ahead and find a tab that is just full of slides and practice that within the context of the song. So I'll just play along with the tab, practice the slides, and do it that way. And that kind of keeps my attention better. I have more fun with it and whatever. But I'm going to tell you, at the end of that, I'm probably not going to know the song. So I like to separate my technique from my actual learning of songs. And then if I've decided, well, I want to learn this song, I want to add it to my repertoire, whatever, I'm going to simplify. And this works whether I'm learning a song by ear or by tab. What I want to do is break the song down into its sort of smallest element, the barest melody, fewest number of notes. Because look, if nothing else, I'm not that smart. Like if I pull up a tab with 3 pages long and hundreds of notes, I'm never going to be able to memorize that. But I can memorize 10 notes in a melody, right? And so I think that is really useful to sort of simplify it down to the basic melody. Now, how do you actually do that? Well, let me show you. So I'm working on Shady Grove today. I've played this before, and now I'm doing a class on it. And this is sort of our intermediate version. So what is the essence of that, right? Well, an easy way to figure that out is to sing along, either with the lyrics or just do it. So for Shady Grove, that would be Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, I say. This is not my tuning. Shady Grove, my little love. Bound to go away. That is sort of the absolute minimum, and that was about a quarter of the notes I actually just played. And we've reduced the song to its barest element, and that is going to be much easier to memorize, right? And then what I'm going to do, and I can use a tab as a guide, or if I'm playing by ear, whatever, I'm going to just start building an arrangement back up. So I can get inspiration from the tab here, but I'm not treating the tab as gospel. So I'll kind of start with just adding the basic bum diddy stroke around our melody notes. So and just build it from there. But you can stop there too, especially if you're singing backup, like simple arrangement is good. You'll kind of do it to your ability. And the cool thing about that is that when you learn a song that way, it's much easier to memorize. You're just gonna kind of memorize it naturally because you're memorizing much less stuff. You've got the melody and then you've got the filler, and the filler can change. The filler is whatever you feel like doing. Because now you have a song that evolves with you as you improve your technique and your technical skills, add more, tricks to your arsenal, whatever. Like you're going to be able to just kind of naturally bring them into the song because you know the notes that are set in stone and the things you can play around with. So that brings us to our exercise. So in that PDF, you're going to see the first page is Cripple Creek. This is like an intermediate version of Cripple Creek I arranged. And what I want you to do is work on simplifying that down to its basic melody. So this is actually really helpful if you can print it out. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. Just kind of plunk around on your banjo and figure out those basic melody notes. Sing along with it, do your do-do-dos, whatever, to get to the simplest possible version. Then go to the second page of that tab and you're going to see my version of that. It might not match yours exactly, but it should be pretty close. And finally, you're just going to build up a little bit from there. So add, some bum ditties in there and kind of make it a banjo arrangement, however you want to do it. And I'm going to link a video here too to give you some ideas on how you might embellish it as well. And sort of start to see how you can add those little things to make it sound even better. And the cool thing is, if you go through this exercise, you're going to have Cripple Creek memorized by the end of it. It's pretty much impossible not to, at least in my experience. So I think this will be very helpful for you. All right. See you next time.